Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband and podcast co-host Allen Evans.
They train.
Doing something
in the house.
We're not going to do for another 4 years.
February 29?
That's right. Have a podcast drop on Leap Day.
How about that?
How about that? What are we going to do with that extra day, huh?
Feb 29. What are we going to do with that extra day? Probably nothing of significance.
Right. It's a shame. God gives us an extra day to get the calendar right, and we're going to blow it. Let's do something productive, shall we?
When is it?
February
Today is
29th.
What's today?
Well, today that we're recording the podcast is the 28th, but you always have trouble with that. So it's dropping on the 29th, which is the extra day, the leap day.
Glad you cleared that up.
Well, you were confused.
Thank you.
You were confused, but now I've unconfused you and hopefully everyone else. So happy leap day if you are listening to this on the actual day the podcast drops. I'll be honest, I'm kind of struggling a little bit. I had my wisdom teeth taken out. Has it been a week? It's been a week.
You on the struggle bus?
I'm a little struggle bus. I think I've just overdone it.
Mm-hmm.
I just overdid it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've just been jawing too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I have holes still in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But I still had a great experience overall, but I just am a little sore, a little irritable, I would say. Which is not always good or could be excellent for the podcast depending on your perspective.
As I reflect back after your appointment, post-appointment, one Walter A. Evans highly recommended that you take it easy, that you perhaps don't go into work the next day.
But I felt fine.
You didn't feel fine.
That was 6 days ago now.
Your head was blown up.
Well, I'm still swollen. I don't understand why I'm so swollen.
You were talking like this because you couldn't open your mouth.
Because I was biting down on cotton gauze to stop the bleeding.
Right. That just doesn't, that doesn't produce the best radio sounds, but, whatever.
I have a work ethic.
I understand you
show
do.
Up.
No, I know you do. But there's a time sometimes where you got to say, you know what? My jaw's blown up. I got 3 dry sockets.
It was fine. I don't have dry sockets.
I'm swallowing blood from my saturated gauze.
That was disgusting. We don't need to get into that. But what is a dry socket? I've never looked that up. What is it? Just pain?
I don't know. I kept telling the nurses, the assistants,
the anesthesiologist, the nursing,
the
dental assistant.
The dental assistant, when they came out to talk to me to tell me how you were doing and give me an update.
What did they say? I never asked you.
I was asking about dry socket. I'm like, she's not going to get dry socket, is she? Because that got pounded into me as a kid. You can't get dry socket. No dry socket.
I still have things packed in there. I'm going back Monday for a follow-up.
Yeah.
I guess they'll let me know how I'm doing then. I never did ask you. When I was under anesthesia, they came out and talked to you? What'd they say?
I mean, it was all routine. You went back. You had your procedure done.
He didn't even have me count backwards from 10 or 100 or nothing. I just said, he started laying me back. I said, I guess is this where you're going to put me to sleep? And that's the last thing I remember.
It took about an hour and a half. And when you were done, one of them came out. A couple of them came out and just told me you were waking up and everything was great. And I said, well, can I come back? And they said, no, why don't you just hang here for a minute and then you'll you'll drive around to the back door and we'll walk her out. So I took that as,
we don't need you.
We don't need you back there right now. So
you don't need to be in the way.
Yeah, no funny haha videos. No, you're not going to do any bits.
No, I told him
you're not going to do any videos.
I told him I didn't mind if that did happen, but I don't think I'm one of the people that wakes up funny. I just think I wake up and I'm just like,
no, you don't wake up funny.
I just say thank you. What did I say? I don't remember. I say thank you to everybody and I leave.
You're very quiet and you're kind of hunched over and just, head down and just moving, shuffling your feet. And, not a lot. So
was it cute? Not necessarily cute.
I mean, you had just had a major procedure done.
I will tell you the best part.
I thought you were a great patient, though. You did very well.
I am a good patient. I'm a good healer, but I think I don't know, the past day or two, I've just been, especially, I just think I'm overdoing it, and I've just been real cranky.
Do you think it was because it was 92 degrees yesterday, and then when I woke up this morning, it was 38?
I don't know what's going on.
What in the hell is going on?
I don't know, but when I tried to take a nap today, suddenly everybody had lawn service
Oh.
today. I'm not just talking us. I'm talking everyone in the community. And I just never got a nap. And, you know, I don't know. I'm just real irritable. And then yesterday I was with my mama, and yesterday was a bad day, but we didn't get to do Monday with mama because she had to take her friend for a dental procedure. She had implants on Monday. So we postponed, and mama, she had dental implants.
Like a new grill?
I don't know. Just dental implants is all I know. Probably a couple of teeth. Anyway, mama said, well, do you want to go on Tuesday? I was like, well, okay. I didn't want to disappoint her, but I should have said no because I was very cranky with my mother. And I tried really hard. I bit my tongue many, many times because I don't want to disrespect my mother. But, you know, it happens. And we went to Aldi's because Daddy really listen, my daddy loves the Black Forest ham from Aldi's. It's only like $4.19 a pound. It's a good deal, Alan.
So would you buy 28 pounds?
No, my mama got some. I got you some. It's in our refrigerator,
right.
actually. Aldi's, don't sleep on Aldi's. It was really great. But while we were in there, and I was not feeling great, let me just tell you, I wasn't. Don't forget, you have to have your own bag. It costs you $1 to use the shopping cart, which you get back when you return it. But also, I found out a tip from my mother because she's an Aldi's expert.
What's up with Aldi's?
That's how they keep costs down. They have it's like almost like a warehouse kind of atmosphere, but it's
sounds like remember Sack and Save?
Yeah, sort of like that. But everything, like they put out just boxes of stuff. You know, when stuff arrives in boxes, they'll put the box out and kind of take off the top and leave it in there. So my mother, if she didn't have a bag, so she just went around and gathered some of the boxes that, you know, had like one box of cereal left. She just took the cereal out and used the box. That's a good tip. Anyway, so we're walking down the first aisle, and my mother, she, you know, not recognizing that I'm in pain, I think, that I'm just trying, because I'm doing such a good job of hiding it and being a good sport, that she wants to pick up every item.
Sure.
On every aisle and go down every aisle. Every single aisle.
Well, babe, this is Tuesday with Mama.
This is only the first aisle we're on. So we're walking down the aisle, and she picks up a pack of these things called Pepitas. Pepitas. Okay. They're like little seed things. And she says, oh, Lori, my sister-in-law, Lori, she made the best, I think it was chicken salad with these. And I'm going to make this. I'm not going to get it today, but I'm going to get this. She held up the package. She said she made it with pumpkin seeds. I said, but those aren't pumpkin seeds. Those are pepitas. And this man who was walking by turned around and with disdain, he didn't just speak. He spoke with disdain. He said to me, pepitas are pumpkin seeds. And I said, oh, really? I didn't know that.
Boda match.
Yes. I said, okay. And I mean, I wasn't.
Oh, so you accepted it.
What did I say? I was like, I didn't know pepitas were pumpkin seeds. I said, oh, I didn't know that. And my mother put the pumpkin seed pepitas down. And she walked by me, and I said, you know what people love? Being corrected. People love that. And my mother, because she loved being right, she said something like, you're in a foul mood. You've got a bad attitude. You're in a foul mood. I'm no. I said, yeah, I don't feel good, Mama. And so then and then the man's like in our orbit now.
Yeah. You're the earth and he's the moon.
So we're going down, we're looking a little bit further down the same aisle. And Mama asked me something. I forget what she asked me, something about the date. And I said, it's February 27th. And then I said, at least I got that right. And he looked at me and kind of and left. Oh, he knew I was over it. I've learned something as I've got older. People don't like being corrected. Well, and I told Mama, I said, you know what? Right. Pepitas or pumpkin seeds. Now I know. But how did he make my day any better by telling me that. It did not make my day any better. In fact, it made my day exponentially worse.
Now, see, in that situation, I would have doubled down. This is a lot like when when I busted through the double doors at Homie D's, and I was carrying my Bermuda seed, and I said something like, he pointed at it and said, "What are you going to do with that?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to grow grass." And he said, "You can't grow grass with that Bermuda seed." Remember that whole bit?
Yeah.
And I kind of doubled down on him and said, "Well, yes, I am." Maybe you could have doubled down on this guy.
No, because he was right about, I didn't have a leg. I didn't know.
It doesn't matter, though.
It's not like I have to be sure of something before I can double down. I wasn't sure.
No, you can be wrong.
But I do know that people don't like being corrected.
You can be wrong or lying. You just have to be convicted in your presentation.
But I just want him to know, and I hope he's a listener of this podcast and let you know that you just ruined my day. And then
I'd have doubled down on him.
I got a lot of good stuff at Aldi's, though. I was really happy about that. But then I told Mama, I said, I can't do it anymore. I got to take you home. And I dropped her off at Daddy's. But after we went by Burger King, because Daddy is now, if you have the Burger King app.
Burger King?
Yes.
They're still in business?
They are, Alan. And Burger King has an app. And if you can order on the app and then pick it up.
Yes.
And
this
Daddy
technology has been available for a while.
He got some Whopper deal.
Okay.
So all we had to do was, because it's less than a mile from the Aldi's parking lot, so Mama called him and let him know, we're now leaving Aldi's. Order your Burger King on the app, so which he did. And as soon as we pulled up, I said to the window, "I'm here to pick up order 61 for Jerry."
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Pull to the second window, please." And there you go. You can order, and then you get points.
Yes.
To get free food.
I've heard of this type of
So I did that.
marketing
and
promotion.
then I took Mama home.
Okay.
That was my day yesterday.
A couple of things. Number one, I haven't been to a Burger King maybe since the 80s.
Let me tell you, Burger King is good. Burger King, I love the Whoppers. You should not eat one on a plane. It stinks up the entire plane. And if you eat one in your car, it stinks up your car for a week. But they are delicious. When I smelled that char-grilled patty, it smelled so good, number one. Number two, their chicken fries are amazing.
Number two, every time I hear the Whopper, I think about those underwear, those whitey tighties they used to sell in like Spencer's gifts in red writing on the front. It said, home of the Whopper.
Yeah, that's pretty cute.
It's kind of a funny bit.
Pretty cute.
And then number three.
I don't know if those were actually licensed by Burger King.
Actually, I think the last time I was in a Burger King, I was having an SE.
A special episode? What is that?
Shit emergency.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had
a special episode. I think people know.
Yeah, had to run in. But you know what? We're not going to talk about Burger King and SEs on this podcast.
Or now we all know what a Pepita is.
Or Pepitas. We're going to do that, and then we're going to get into some letters.
All right. So I was really, before I had my wisdom teeth out, I got to hang out with my sweet little nephew, my great nephew, Ezra. I love spoiling my nieces and nephews, and now my little great one. Y'all know, being from the South, personalized everything it's in my DNA. And that's how I found Caden Lane online, because they've got the most adorable, high quality clothes and keepsakes for your little ones. And now our podcast is sponsored by Caden Lane.
All
I was so
right.
happy when they came on board. Caden Lane was started almost 20 years ago now by a single mom who just wanted to create better, cuter clothes and accessories and keepsakes for her own kids. And everybody around her was like, that is so cute. It just, took off from there. Well, Caden Lane's mission is to make moms' lives easier. And it's all in the details, because clothing is designed with extra zips and snaps, really helpful with diaper changes. If you're thinking about summer already and spring break coming up, you'll love Caden Lane's swimsuits for big kids. Not only do their swimsuits all have UPF 50 plus sun protection, but the swimsuits for big kids, they have skin-safe pull zips. That saves a lot of time and tears, if you know what I'm talking about. And Easter's coming up. How much do you love the idea of the family wearing matching pajamas when they open their Easter baskets on Easter morning? Caden Lane has an Easter collection of clothes and accessories and blankies. There's a St. Patrick's Day collection too. If you're looking for a great gift idea, check out their Color Me pajama sets. Basically a coloring book your kids wear to bed. They come with washable markers. And you can personalize anything you want. T-shirts, puzzles, blankets, swaddles, even baby hairbrushes. Kate and Lane has it all, and your kid's going to be the trendiest one in the nursery. Kate and Lane is worth the hype. They've got over 70,000 five-star reviews for a reason.
Kate and Lane is your one-stop shop for all your newborn, infant, and toddler apparel. Head to cadenlane.com/sandwich20 and use code sandwich20 for 20% off your order. Once again, that's cadenlane.com/sandwich20 for 20% off. And make sure you use our promo code sandwich20 so they know we sent you.
Thank you, Kate and Lane. You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They are the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich.
You know, to be totally transparent, dear, sweet, clean, good, strong listener, in the copy for that ad, it said, make sure you use my promo code so they know I sent you. Kind of hearkening back to promo code Kelly.
Alan, I didn't write that. I just copy and paste. It's just generic.
See how I changed it on the fly?
Yeah, and you're such a pro that you pointed out.
To reflect the two hosts.
It doesn't have to be that way.
Okay, we haven't done this in a while. We have a stack here on my lap of letters.
Let's plow through, babe.
Let's plow them. This first letter is from Nicole. Subject, hangover remedy.
Hi.
Hi. Allen and Kelly.
Hi.
Winky smiley. I have not tried this personally, but I have had several friends who swear by it. Z-Biotics. Just Google it, and the website is, I think, zbiotics.com. Ad. So it's simple. It's a prebiotic that helps break down the chemicals in alcohol that give you a hangover. They are all of the 40-plus age range, and they hit the same extended recovery time in their lives. I just don't drink as much as I'm prone to migraines on a good day. That's why I haven't needed to try it, but I swear by it. Worth a try. We heard about it from another...
Did you just burp?
No.
What was that?
We heard about it from another podcast, not affiliated with them in any way, just a listener. But they have a promo code. crooked.
I'll look that up.
This is kind of an ad to get some percent
Well,
off.
being helpful.
Yes, we're being helpful. Actually, Nicole's being helpful. Every dollar saved is ideal.
I cannot believe you're doing an ad for another podcast right now.
LOL. Hope this helps. I loved your product recommendation of the green/white bottle of amlactin lotion for the back of my arm, so returning the favor.
It works. You know, my Aunt Velma's remedy for a hangover, and bless her heart, is tomato juice, V8. Because a lot of people drink Bloody Marys, or in my case, Bloody Marias, and they drink it for hangovers, but it's not the alcohol, the hair of the dog. It's actually the tomato juice that is the cure. And it worked. When I went home to South Carolina one time, I was green hungover after going out with my cousins, and she had a can of V8, and I tell you, I immediately felt better. No promo code necessary.
Good tip. Yeah, and the amlactin Nicole's referring to, I think we've mentioned. Kelly turned me on to this stuff. It's the lotion I use every day.
It's the best.
You know, I get a lot of people get those little bumps on the back of their arms, you know?
Yeah, it's like clogged pores or something, hair follicles.
I've heard Dr. Pimple Popper talk about it, but you put this amlactin on there, which contains this ingredient that she recommends.
It's like lactic acid or
something like that, and it gets rid of them, man.
It does. It takes, it's not the first time you use it. But it's really quick. It responds really quickly, and it's hard sometimes to find it in stores, but you can buy it on Amazon. It's really easy.
Yeah, it's great.
We
it's
have a link in my Amazon shop.
There you go. It's not greasy either. I don't like
No,
greasy
not at all.
lotion. It's not greasy at all. And I even Googled just the other day because I like this lotion so much.
Amlactin?
That I Googled, can you put amlactin on your face? And it said, yeah, you can use amlactin on your face. Just don't get it around your eyes.
Well, yeah.
So
Why, do you have an ingrown hair on your face?
No, it's just good lotion in general. Like, it keeps your skin looking right.
Well,
yeah.
I haven't thought about that, but
Okay.
I do use it on my backs of my arms and my legs. It helps with ashiness too.
And a follow-up email, a separate email from Nicole, forgot to sign off. Sincerely, your best, fresh, good, clean customer, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
Okay.
I'll check out that Crooked podcast. I don't know what that is.
Good one. Okay. This next letter is from Christina. Subject, longtime listener, tattoo questions. Dear Kellie and Allen. First of all, I've been a dedicated listener to the podcast since day one.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Wow. Right here. Right here.
Going on 7 years, honey.
Christina.
7 years in,
Keeping
Christina.
the lights on, keeping the heat on, keeping food in the kitchen.
Thank you,
Evans
Christina.
Manor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christina.
Please support all of our sponsors.
Thank you, Christina. We love you desperately.
Tell them we sent you.
Love you desperately.
Even that crooked one.
Long story short, I have been going back and forth with Eden Tattoo in Dallas for my husband and I, who have been reaching milestone birthdays and wanted to get quality tattoos while we are in town for the weekend, seeing Madonna. Wow.
Oh.
I didn't know she was coming.
Yeah, she's on tour.
Okay. Where did Kelly get her cute tattoo from? I know you both have great ink, and we just want to go to a place that does good work and doesn't talk down to you like you're beneath them. Is it normal for tattoo studios to send you a waiting list to fill out a questionnaire? Then they want to do an email interview to see if you qualify to be tattooed.
Oh.
Then they will not speak to you on the phone until you have submitted a deposit. Thank you for the advice, Christina. You want to give your thoughts and then I'll give mine?
I think, Alan's experience was way different because mine was a spur of the moment decision and we went at night. So we were just a walk-in, but we went to a reputable tattoo parlor. Or is that a right terminology, or is it a tattoo salon? I don't even know the right word, but
Parlor's old school, which is cool, but tattoo shop.
But I would imagine making a reservation.
Studio.
If you make an appointment, they probably have been burned so many times by people who make an appointment. They set aside the time and the people don't show up. That's probably why they would require a deposit. So I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. But in my experience, Alan's the one that recommended the tattoo shop we went to because Oliver Peck is the owner, and he's just a world-renowned tattoo artist based out of Dallas, Deep Ellum Tattoo, and
Elm Street Tattoo.
Elm Street, excuse me. It's in Deep Ellum, but it's called Elm Street Tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I was just luck of the draw with who I walked in and got, right?
Yeah. So,
but you did research.
Yeah. So Christina, it's funny. I've talked to a lot of the artists, and you spend a lot of time with them. Just they tell stories, and you talk and get to know them really well. Tattoo artists, they work really hard, and they deal with a lot of knuckleheads. They deal with a lot of great people too, but they deal with a lot of knuckleheads. Let's be honest. So, I think that maybe they're coming across as bristly or talking down to you. Hopefully, they're not. Because good artists will make you feel welcome and answer all your questions, and all the people that I've ever seen have been like that. They've been really great. But, on the other hand, they do deal with some knuckleheads at times. And that's why a lot of them will, if you want an appointment with a good artist, you're probably going to have to be on a waiting list. It's going to take months to get in with an artist who is good, because they have a lot of people who want to get tattooed. They'll want a deposit. If they've never seen you, they're going to want a deposit to hold that time, because you wouldn't believe the amount of people that say, I'm going to get a tattoo. I want a tattoo. I'm going to make an appointment, and then they don't show up. So a lot of times and I remember when I first started seeing Carl, he wanted a deposit, and I understood. So I'd give him a $150 or $200 deposit. And that for darn sure made me realize that, okay, this isn't something I can just skip out on just because I'm not feeling well that day. I'm going to show up because it's a non-refundable deposit,
And, a lot of artists, they have books where you can go through and or pictures on the wall where you can pick what you want. But like with Allen and his tattoos, he talks to the artist, describes his idea. The artist comes up with a design, so it's original. And then, Allen can say, yeah, I like it, or no, tweak this. And they do it on the fly. So that's their time and talent too. What they do then at that point is they kind of do a stencil, whatever you agree to. They'll put it on your arm and kind of or on your leg, wherever you want it for placement. Make sure you're happy with the size, the location, and then they'll do and sometimes they'll move it. They'll oh, nope, that's too high or that's too low, and they'll wipe it off and redo it. So you make sure you get the right placement. But it's a big commitment.
So that's one way of doing it, Christina, the way Kelly described, where you make an appointment in advance and you kind of come up with an idea. Another way is, it sounds like you're leaning more towards this way, which is cool, is you walk in. So walk-ins, it's going to be kind of like you get what you get with the artists, because they're going to have a group of artists who are handling walk-ins. And they're good artists, but they're generally the artists that don't have as many years of experience as the artists who are booked months and months out, if that makes any sense. So you're still getting good artists if you go to a good shop, but just know that, it's going to be a crapshoot as to who you get, because you're not going to be able to request an artist really, because they're just taking first come, first serve.
Yeah.
And one other tip, you might call ahead and just say, hey, I'm going to be there on such and such a date at such and such a time. What typically does your walk-in traffic look like? Am I going to be able to come in and, see an artist within maybe an hour or two, or, they can give you an idea as to, how long you're going to be waiting even for a walk-in appointment. But that'll give you time to browse around, look at all the flash, look at all the books, and maybe you'll get some ideas. But one other last tip, there are some really good walk-in artists at the studio I'm going to now. It's in Arlington, and it's called Heart and Hand in Arlington, and it's just south of I-20. And the owner of the shop, he's the guy that's doing my back piece right now. But he has several good artists that work there who do walk-ins, and also where Kelly got her Martini tattoo, Elm Street tattoo in Deep Ellum. They have a lot of great artists. That's where Joe, my artist, came from. Carl, another guy who's done work for me, he came from. Shane, a guy who did my forearms, that's where he came from. So yeah, that should give you some ideas there, hopefully. Good. All right, tattoo talk. I just love tattoo.
You live for that.
Oh, love tattoo, motorcycle talk, Tesla talk, EV talk, food talk, sexy talk. Okay, this next letter is from Avery. Subject: listener letters. I need your help. Hello, Kellie and Allen. I've been listening to the podcast for a while now, even going back and listening. Thank you. I'm currently somewhere in the 190s. Wow. And I'm hoping you still respond to listener letters, because I have just the thing I need both y'all's help on. The situation goes: This is like a love letter. My fiance almost always has a witty comeback to anything I could say. And most of the time, those comebacks are, dare I say, lewd. I could say anything. So he's doing the Michael Scott bit.
Oh, I thought he was going to say he's doing the Alan Evans bit.
So I don't think it's the Allen Evans bit. I think it's the Michael Scott bit.
Oh, okay. So you stole Michael Scott's bit or he stole yours?
Avery says, I could say anything, and somehow he knows exactly whatever lewd comment it is that he'll say. I can give some examples. I mentioned how big the moon is in the sky. He'll say, you know what else is big? Another one, I'm making stuffed peppers for dinner. He will say,
you know what I'd like to stuff?
I know another thing I can stuff tonight.
Yeah. That's a lot of fun.
The list goes on, and it can be about just ordinary, mundane stuff. My thing is, sometimes, yes, it's really funny and I do laugh. And others, I just want him to take me seriously and respond to me.
Yeah.
What can I do in this situation? Kelly, how do you let Alan's lewd comments roll off your back or redirect the conversation back to the original topic? Alan, personally, I'd like your viewpoint as well, to maybe help him realize that not every moment is a funny moment, and just your overall outlook. Again, I love you guys on the podcast. Thank you for all the laughs you provide. The community throughout the years, you guys are the best. Anonymous.
Oh, well, she don't want to hurt his feelings.
Well, okay. So be transparent with our audience and how I am normally, generally speaking, please, in conversation. I'm not like every other sentence making a Michael Scott bit.
You go through phases and, some like same boat. Sometimes I laugh. Sometimes I just kind of roll my eyes or whatever, which is very disrespectful. I apologize.
Yes.
But
sometimes you flip me off behind my back.
I am very honest. I do that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes if I just happen to bend over, well, guess what starts happening? I'm just attacked from behind, but it just happens. And what I try to remind myself is, one day I'm going to miss this. That's what I try to remind myself.
All right. That's
how
it.
I cope.
That's all you got?
That's how I cope.
That's all you got.
Well, honey, what am I supposed to do? If I really came to you one day, if you were being really jokey and I said, you got to pick and choose. You'd have to say, honey, I'm really serious. I don't need you to be joking right now. I really want you to hear me. I think you would take me seriously.
Absolutely.
And I would like to think that your husband, if you really came to him and said, look, I appreciate you're so cute, you're so funny, but right now I need you to not make a joke. I need you to hear what I'm saying. And hopefully he would respect you enough and respond appropriately. But you know what? Some guys are just really bad at being in touch with their emotions. They just are. And I don't know, like I said, everything that's so aggravating about your kids, your husband, your parents, I just remind myself one day I'm going to wish they were here to annoy me, right? That's how I sometimes get through some of the really aggravating parts.
And Anonymous, the fact that Kelly has not had to come to me and say exactly what she just said illustrates, I think, from my viewpoint, that I have enough self-awareness to read the room. And maybe that's something your husband, I don't know, maybe, or your fiance.
Maybe he doesn't have
maybe
that.
That's something he just lacks right now is, there's nothing, I love people with senses of humor that I'm always attracted to, have always loved being around.
Do I have a sense of humor?
You absolutely do, babe.
Thank
funny
you, honey.
People.
Am I funny?
You're very funny.
Thank you.
Funny people that make me laugh, that have a great sense of humor. That's a great character trait to have. But on the other hand, there's a time and place. There's a time and place. There's always a time where, you need to be serious. You need to talk seriously. You need to just talk about mundane things, get the business of the house done without there being a bunch of buffoonery, and I think I understand that.
What if you tried to beat him in his own game? Would that be helpful? Or she just like fought fire with fire?
I don't know.
Like if he said something, she just automatically had a
Well,
lewd
if
comeback.
you started doing that, I'd be like, what's the matter with you? Why are you doing that? It just would be out.
I'd just be parroting
it'd
you.
be out of character.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know.
I'm not very lewd. I have dark humor. I'm a very dark humor, and a lot of people don't get that. So I have to really be careful with that.
You sent me something in text the other day.
Was it dark?
Well, let's see here.
Yeah, you have to realize I work in a very male dominant business of radio, which is, not as male dominant as it used to be when I first started. And, there's a lot of dark humor, and some things we'll say and people will immediately DM, kid wouldn't have thought that was funny. I'm like, kid would have been the first one on the floor laughing at that, Here
we go. Yeah, we're going to read
Are you going to embarrass me? Is it bad?
Right from our textual relations.
Is it bad? I don't know what you're going to read.
This was sent from Allen yesterday at 9:03 a.m. like clockwork. Morning, happy-go-lucky AE. Morning, my love. How are you feeling? Kelly, I think I've been a little too aggressive with my chewing. My bottom holes are hurting. Save that. Allen. Whoa.
You like that one, didn't you?
I like that one.
You like that one.
Yeah, that was a Michael Scott.
Yeah, my bottom wisdom teeth holes were hurting.
But you didn't know you were doing a Michael Scott.
I knew what I was doing.
Not when you typed my bottom holes. Well, sorry.
My
bottom holes are hurting.
You think I'm not smart enough to know what I'm typing before I type it?
I don't think you did.
Okay, honey.
I don't think you did. This next letter is from Chelsea. Subject, quick question.
Question. That's cute. That's slang. This is our letter sesh. And she's going to have a quick question for our letter sesh.
Yes. All Allen needs is a sandwich and some lovin'. If the pod was named after what Kelly wanted, what would it be? Love y'all, Chelsea.
What?
If the podcast was named after what you wanted, what would it be named?
Okay, so you want a sandwich and some lovin'.
That's all a man needs to be happy. We've been through this.
What do I need? What do I want? I want Bravo and Botox.
And a nap.
That's the name of it, actually, an Instagram account. I'm stealing. There's an Instagram account called, I think it's called Botox and Bravo, or Bravo and Botox. And all she does is she collects memes that people are tweeting or whatever, and then she puts them in slides. And I will sit there sometimes and just laugh out loud because people are so stinking funny on the internet.
Yeah.
But honestly, I mean, if in my perfect world, what makes me happy is I curl up in the oversized chair and I just watch Bravo. That my pod. If I had, if I could, I would do a Real Housewives or some sort of mostly Real Housewives, probably, maybe with a little sprinkling of the Traders podcast, talking about all that.
Okay. So I'm here. What I heard you say is a lot of TV.
No, a lot of Bravo.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Oh.
Bravo is not regular TV.
Bravo gives me a headache.
And if some people don't watch Bravo, they are like, what are you even talking about? It doesn't matter. But in the Bravo celebrity world, those people are superstars.
There's people always throwing things at one another and yelling at each other.
On a lot of them, yeah, but not all of them. But, I cannot wait for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. I haven't been able to watch it. But it's actually, I think it's on right now while we're recording the podcast. And we're all thinking, if everybody's watching, that Kyle's going to come out and announce that she is, in fact, a lesbian. That's what we're waiting for at the end of this reunion, but we'll see. And now Andy Cohen. Oh, y'all been keeping up. See, now Alan doesn't know anything what I'm talking about, but the big deal right now is Andy Cohen is under attack. He's like Mr. Bravo. He's like Daddy Bravo. And Brandy Glanville's tried to come for him, saying he was sexually harassing her by sending a video. But now Leah McSweeney has come forward saying he does coke with all the stars and stuff. So she's coming forward. So he's been under siege. Anyway,
Happens to
but I don't have anybody to talk to about that because you don't care.
Happens to all of them, doesn't it?
What
happened to Ellen? Didn't they attack her? And
well, eventually,
who's another crazy lady during the daytime talk show? She's nuts.
Be careful, because somebody just got diagnosed with mental illness. I hope you're not talking about her.
I don't know.
Okay. No, like with the Bravo people, it's like they were all willing participants until they lost their jobs. And then suddenly, oh, we're so offended, we're filing lawsuits. That's the deal.
Yeah. Okay. This next letter is from my man,
Jeff?
Marvis.
Oh.
Hey, Alan. I have a Tesla Model Y Performance Team Blue. It's awesome for city driving. With being in Texas, you're going to love that car. It'll keep the temperature you set it at, too. Self-driving is awesome for highway driving. I can go on and on. Is there any question? Your favorite black listener, Marvis.
Hey, Marvis.
I don't know, Marvis. I think Tony has something to say about that.
Who's Tony? Are you talking about the car?
We go through this every single
I thought you were
time.
talking about the car. You're talking about
Tony, our self-proclaimed
black
favorite
listener?
black listener.
We have two now.
From Houston. No, we don't have two. We have
3?
a dozen.
Name them. Name them. All my Bravo people know what I'm talking about. Name them.
I did it last time. Well, okay. You got Marvis,
You don't
Tony,
have to,
Carolyn, Sinise.
I was doing a bit.
The Real Neon, Apache Cowboy, who I just talked to like 2 days ago.
I was doing a bit.
Okay. Well, you're 6.
You don't watch Bravo, so you don't know.
You're 6.
You mentioned
6.
Carolyn.
Carolyn, I talked to 2 days ago. This next letter is from Jason. Subject, latest podcast. Hey, Kellie and Allen. First of all, I would like to say my wife and I love listening to your podcast.
Thank you.
Kellie, my wife has been listening to you from day one.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's 1994. I'm coming up on my 30th
1852.
anniversary.
About 10 years before the Civil War. She got me listening to the podcast about 2 years ago. Anyway, I'm writing to say the latest podcast had me laughing pretty good. Specifically at the part where Alan was talking about the lady who named her dog Titties.
Oh my gosh.
My wife hates that word titties and makes her cringe, the word titties.
All right, that's enough.
I was having a good laugh because all she could say is, "Stop saying that word, Alan." It was great every time Alan said titties. Thanks for giving me a good laugh. We both love listening to the podcast. We listen to it every Sunday, either on our way to church.
That's unfortunate. Now you think about that, what just came out of your mouth while he's going to be going to church on Sunday morning.
Or on our way home.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up the good content. You guys are great.
Makes you think twice about what you just spewed.
Especially when you say titties.
Okay,
Thanks,
that's enough.
Jason.
That's enough.
Love you, Jason. And your wife, even though she doesn't like those
Okay.
words. This next, how many? We got several of these. You want to keep going? How many more
Whatever
you want to do?
want. I don't know. Whatever you want. How long have we been talking? We've been talking a while.
Why don't we do?
I told y'all ahead at the beginning of the show. I just want to go to bed.
Okay. Okay.
I know I'm such a party pooper, but
Well,
I just don't feel good.
Okay. I'm sorry, babe. We don't want
It's
you-
okay. I want to take a hydrocodone. Is that what I have?
Yeah.
I want to take the good, and I want to go to bed, and start over again tomorrow. I have a lot to do tomorrow too. Just so much.
Okay. Why don't
wanna
we
get in
do
one more? You
Let's
got a
do
good
one
one?
more. Here's a good
Okay.
one. Yeah.
We'll save the rest. Y'all, please forgive me. Y'all don't be mad at me. Like that man at Aldi's.
This next letter is from James. Subject: stop and listen. Long time listener.
Are we supposed to stop, collaborate, and listen, or are we skipping the collaborate?
We're
part?
stopping the collaborate. He just wanted us to stop and listen.
All right.
Long time listener of Kelly since before the Eagle.
Well.
That was a long time ago. Some snippets I wanted to share. Number 1, episode 514. Get over it. The Cowboys suck. They will always suck until their owner sells them or dies off. Hate to say that. Save your fall optimism for something else. Alan, rant over. On a serious producer side, this wasn't your best episode, and I've listened to them all.
What?
Yeah. He just didn't like me ranting.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
We've had enough.
They're tired of it. They're tired of it.
Yeah, I can relate to that
They're tired of it.
because I don't.
You want me to
just
go into
hear
the 10
it-
reasons why?
I don't just hear it on the podcast. I have to hear it in my everyday life. And so by the time y'all hear it, he's already calmed down.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
I don't want to. No, I don't. I didn't, and I don't want to.
Are you sure? Okay, fine.
Was it about the Cowboys?
I don't even know if it's true because getting my news from social media isn't like the smartest thing, but I saw an article that said Jimmy Johnson, right after the Packers meltdown, nuclear meltdown, called Jerry. They spoke for an hour, and now Jimmy is a consultant.
I don't know.
He's involved with the Cowboys.
I don't know. Maybe after the whole Ring of Honor thing, there was a thawing of their relationship.
Unless Jimmy Johnson came back to coach, and then you were all of a sudden able to cryogenically DNA reproduce Jurassic Park wise Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin, and then the rest of the team from the 90s, it doesn't matter.
Who do I have to thank for writing this letter and bringing up the Cowboys?
Okay. Sorry, James. Number 2, Kelly. My mother-in-law kept falling a lot. When I hear your fall stories, I'm like, get to a doctor ASAP. I said the same to my mother-in-law who found out she had ALS. Yikes. AKA Lou Gehrig's disease.
That's a downer. Listen, y'all, I really appreciate it, but I don't think I'm falling because of a balance issue. It's like there's a sidewalk. I don't see it. I trip over it. That's been my issue, or slipping on water on a marble floor that I didn't see. It's not me just, I appreciate the concern, but I really don't think it's that. It's really, right, Alan?
Lord, I hope not.
Well, you've been there.
Yeah.
No, literally, the times you've been there, I turned around because the dog was, not coming, and I didn't see a lip of the sidewalk went up, and I tripped. At the mall, I was wearing flip-flops. The ceiling leaked on the marble floor, and I slipped. That's the kind of thing. That's not ALS related.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're so clumsy, when you just are standing, you fall down.
No, I don't do that.
And then on number 10 is you're like an Olympic ice skater.
Yeah.
You're like a 4.
What does that mean?
You're just a little clumsier than the average person. I think you're just a little clumsier than the average person. How am I
clumsy if I slip on a wet surface that I didn't know was wet? If you didn't see it, that's not clumsy. That's just bad luck.
We've been through this. You have a higher center of gravity.
Right.
And you yourself have said you're not the most athletic person.
I am not.
Okay. So those 2 things, I think, in my opinion, would lend themselves to someone who would
be more prone to falling after tripping.
Well,
there you go. There's that possibility, but...
No, but on a serious note, I was sorry about your mother, James. Yeah, we have a very good friend who was just diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yes.
It is horrible.
It's awful. It's heartbreaking.
Horrible. The most horrible thing you can think of.
Heartbreaking.
Number 3, American air farts. My understanding of the story was it was not limited to flatulence, but it also included diarrhea, like all over the plane. Thus, they turned around and landed and got the passenger off and either changed planes or had the plane cleaned, reboarded others, and continued on. Delta had a similar incident in the last year. This was the American flight.
Yeah.
The guy, I guess, just crapped his pants.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. How do you ever come back from that?
I have.
Not on a public plane where the whole plane had to be deboarded.
No.
And sanitized. You don't recover from that.
In an automobile.
I would never, ever fly again.
It's happened to me.
Too much trauma.
It's happened to me in an automobile, driving my father home from a Chinese buffet.
Yeah, that's bad. If that would happen to me, I would never set foot in another China buffet. But yet you do.
Oh, how many China buffets have I been to in the last 10 years?
I know.
100?
I know.
Lastly, why, for the love of your YouTube channel, do your thumbnails always have to be Kelly looking like she's crabby?
I know.
Next, why does
it's always a freeze frame of my face, and I have resting bitch face anyway. And yeah, it's always a freeze frame of me. And you can choose a more flattering frame, a thumbnail. Well, you just don't take the time to do it.
I understand. Next, why does it your YouTube show names that track to your podcast show names? They should match. Aspiring viral vlogger here, dear marketing department.
What?
I understand, James. Trust me, we put very little effort.
We put zero effort.
Very little would be zero into the Sandwiches of Love on YouTube.
Maybe we should put.
Maybe that'll change. I don't know. We'll talk to the marketing.
So basically,
department.
it's just putting the right name of the podcast. Is what he's saying, or hashtags, or what is he saying?
Oh, the whole thing. Like we just upload the live feed.
We're not even recording on YouTube tonight because I feel so crappy.
Right.
And there's no saving me from looking crabby in a freeze frame.
Don't let this email critique. I didn't take this as a critique, James.
No, I'm not.
Don't
mad,
let this
James.
email critique.
The only thing I'm a little upset with you about is bringing up the Cowboys because you started Allen off again.
Reduce the appreciation I have for your show. Well, at least for Kelly's sake. Love you, Kel. Oh, and Allen, I'm still warming up to you, less any Cowboys or Boda conversation.
That's right.
Where I might warm up to you more. Peace, love, and fried chicken.
Ooh.
Stay well.
Love a good piece of fried chicken.
That was a good letter, James.
Thank you, James.
That was a good one. That was a good one to end on. I think we brought it home for Jerome with that one.
Thank y'all for putting up with me on this podcast. I'm sorry I'm grumpy. I'm sorry, Allen.
Well, that's okay. Why don't you tell everybody when I came home today what the first thing you said to me? Not hello, not hey, how you doing?
I think I said I'm about to cry. I don't feel good. What did I say?
I think you said
I'm mad. I'm so mad.
Yeah,
because
I'm in a bad mood. Yeah.
Yeah, because I said that at the beginning of the podcast.
And the dogs are being a-holes.
Because the dogs were... Zoe... Schnauzers had the most ear-piercing, ear-shattering barks, and every time she heard a leaf blower, she'd run out in the backyard and get in the corner and bark at whoever's across the street. And, you like to think, well, my dog's going to stop in a second, and they don't. So I have to get up, go out, and yell at her to come in. It was just a lot.
Oh, did you?
And that's what happened. As soon as Allen walked in, look at me, housewife of the year. As soon as he walks in, I'm just like bitching. But I'm not always like that.
Did you talk about Larry on the radio? Did you tell that story? I don't know. Should we tell it on the podcast real quick?
I mean, I thought we were leaving, but I guess we're telling it now.
Well, it's kind of a big deal.
We thought Larry was dying. I can't remember if I told it or not.
I thought Larry was dead.
We thought he was dying. He was not. He was breathing.
I took Zoe for a walk. I don't take Larry because Larry can't walk as far as me and Zoe walk. Me and Zoe walk 3 miles. I come home from walking Zoe. We come inside. Kelly's in the kitchen. Emma Kelly's in the living room watching TV. And I walk into the kitchen just to, say hi to Kelly and, take the leash off Zoe. And Larry is just laying on the floor, like on his side, and he's not moving. Like usually when he sees us, he'll come up and then run away.
Yeah, he was laying by the doggy door to go outside.
Just laying there.
But see, I didn't know that. Emma Kelly and I had just come home, and he met us at the back door, so I didn't think anything of it. He acted absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And I went in the kitchen to start making supper, and then you came in from walking the dog, and you said, Larry?
I'm like, what's up with Larry? I'm like, what's up with Larry?
Nothing, why? And so Allen went over, and Larry, he just kind of got in his face, and we realized Larry was laying in his own urine. He'd peed on himself. And then I immediately, I was pretty calm, but I kind of panicked because that's exactly what happened when George died. But he peed on himself.
I don't know if it was pee though, baby. Maybe it was.
Maybe he threw up.
Not to be too. It was sticky and thicker, and it didn't look like vomit either. I don't know what it was.
Well,
but he was laying in it.
Whenever he drinks too much water, he a lot of times regurgitates it pretty quickly. That's why we have to have an elevated water dish, because he just regurgitates water a lot. He's always done that. So maybe it was water, but I thought he'd peed on himself.
Well, anyway, he was laying there on his side.
And his stomach was distended.
And his stomach was real big, and I'm like, Larry.
And this literally happened within minutes of me getting home. I didn't even know it had happened because I felt horrible. So Allen immediately, and it was past the time of our vet closing. So I'm like, where's the nearest emergency?
But I just remembered the last time we had a dog emergency was when Zoe ate the grapes. There's an emergency room about 15 minutes away for dogs or for pets. So I just ran to the bathroom, got a towel, scooped up Larry, and he was just like limp, I mean, he was conscious. His eyes were open, but he was breathing kind of funny.
Very labored.
Yeah, very labored breathing. And so I just wrapped him in a towel, like a little burrito, and I set him in the back hatch of my car. And I told Kel, I said, I'm just going to take him to the emergency room. So a ball hammer over to the emergency room, pull up.
And while you're on the way, I'm taking pictures of the medications I had given him that day. Larry has chronic allergies and yeast infections. He takes medication every day, but his yeast had been really active, so I gave him an extra pill, which I have done before. I've done this many times before. But I was like, did I just overdose him? I don't know. Is that what happened? So anyway.
So I jump out of the car, I open the hatch, and Larry's standing there. And he's kind of like wagging his tail. And I'm like, Larry, what are you, what's going on, dude? Are you okay? But he had done this gigantic throw up in the car. Like how did that come out of that dog? I mean, it was huge. I mean, it was food, just, it was stunk, But anyway, I was like, Larry, and he was kind of like, not like 100%, but I could tell. He
felt better.
Yeah, he wasn't dying.
Just like we all do. We all feel better after we throw up when we feel bad, right?
Yeah. And then somebody walked out of the clinic, the emergency room, and he started going, how he does when he sees people.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, well, gosh, so I FaceTimed Kelly and told her what was going on. I showed her Larry, and now we're in a quandary. It's like,
do we take him in for $1,000 checkup?
For to the emergency room where he appears to be okay?
Yeah.
And we chalk this up to he had a bad reaction to his medicine.
Or he ate something in the yard.
He just had an upset stomach. Or do I just take him back home and take our chances?
We took our chances because he was acting like he felt better. His tail was wagging and he was just... So, I mean, because it's expensive. I mean, those emergency room vets are very, very expensive. So Alan brought him home and I gave him some water. He immediately regurgitated it just a little bit. And then he went and kind of tail between his legs. He went and got in his crate, but then he went and hid under the bed, which is never a good sign in my opinion. So I got down on the floor and laid there next to him and rubbed him while he was underneath the bed. And then he seemed fine. And, we put him in his crate that night, and the next morning he woke up and he was perfectly fine.
He's like 100%.
Perfectly fine.
He's
we took a gamble.
He's back to his old self now.
We took a gamble that it was just a temporary
That was
situation,
weird.
but I was really worried that he was going to die. And
well, had he been acting like that, like he was on the floor, like when I got to the emergency room,
absolutely you'd have rushed him.
I would have run him in there because he wasn't responsive.
But he threw up and his tail was kind of wagging and he was alert. He was none of those things when you left.
No, but I showed you on the FaceTime.
Yeah,
you saw
did.
him.
You showed me the vomit. You showed me all of it. So we aired on this, and thankfully we chose correctly. And now we have $1,000 to spend. What are we going to spend it on? Kidding.
Eating out.
Yeah, we got to start a new month. New month starts, new budget.
Yep.
All right. On that note, Larry's
babe.
alive. I'm glad that Alan brought that up so I could talk about it.
Did you not tell that on the radio?
I don't know if I did, but my mouth hurts and I'm ready to go to bed.
Okay, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
Love your dentist desperately. You want to give him a shout out?
He did a great job. Dr. Titanser at Titanser Dental. He did a wonderful job. The pain I'm feeling is not his fault at all. This is for me just overdoing it.
Very nice people there. They wanted me to go visit.
You should. They're very nice.
I said, I've never had a cavity. I dropped that dime on them.
Yeah, they love when they hear that. I love that. I'm sure they love that. No dollar signs when they see you.
No.
Coming.
And I love Larry desperately, contrary to popular belief.
No, you don't.
Amy Wilkerson. And I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.